Ladies and gentlemen, backstage here at Junction, looking like a man with a plan, and he bumps into Matt King. And Matt King says, "Where do you think you're going?" And Junction says, "I want to speak to Tommy T. Thomas or Lord Lore. This must be regarding the beatdown that Lord Lore gave to Junction and Luke Loins last week." And Matt King says, "Right, I see. So you're still butthurt from last week then? Let me tell you something. You don't deserve to be in the presence of Tommy T. Thomas. So turn your little pathetic ass around and walk away." And Junction says, "You calling me pathetic?" And Matt King says, "Yeah, pathetic, because that's what you are. And if you want to prove that you're not pathetic, then I'll put the no-holds-barred title on the line tonight, and I'll kick your ass again, just like Lord Lore did last week." Junction doesn't look happy, and he says, "All right, fine. Challenge accepted." What the hell? We're going to see Junction versus Matt King tonight.
I'm so fed up with everyone around me. No one seems to care. I'm just so far gone and nothing's gonna change. I'll never be the same. It's always do this, do that, everything they want to. I don't wanna live that way. Every chance they get, they're always pushing me away.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XWF 24. I'm wearing my Christmas hat. We're a little bit late, but I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Let's look at what we got tonight. Here's a present for you. Basher versus Falcon. Everyone loves seeing Team Unit get their ass kicked. Everyone loves the Birds of Prey. So there's a Christmas present from the XWF. Looking forward to seeing the Birds of Prey go through in the tournament. We've also got the Internet Championship on the line when Jamie Gregory challenges Mike Jacobs. Last week Mike Jacobs beat Ryan Moore, Jamie Gregory's tag team partner, and Gregory said he'd take it into his own hands and try and win the title. And we've also got a match which we saw in the making earlier on backstage. Junction takes on Matt King for the No Holds Barred Championship. And what the hell? Luke Loins now making his way down to the ring. I promised everyone this would be a good show because it was Christmas. We're a little bit late, but I'm still wearing my beard and my hat. We don't really want to be opening the show with Luke Loins. We got a lot of viewers that are tuning in. They're going to be tuning out when they see Luke Loins come in. God's sake, man. I don't mind Luke Loins, but opening the show, more important stuff should be opening the show, such as Nightmare coming down and taking the heavyweight championship off Lord Lore. That's definitely something I'd like to see. Or even Nightmare just coming down and just beating up Damage. I wouldn't mind seeing that. On the topic of that, actually, I do believe Damage is in the building today. I don't know what he's got planned, but he was seen arriving earlier on, so we know he is actually here. But Luke Loins has got a microphone now, and let's see what he's got to say. And Loins says, "I just want to say that I am sick of the backstage politics that go on around here in the XWF. The owner, Tommy T. Thomas. There's always someone or something that's got to be going on. Someone screwing someone else. Someone attacking someone else for no reason. Well, I'm getting tired of it, and I know the fans are too." Luke Loins has got a little bit of a point. I give him it. And Luke Loins says, "So what I'm proposing is, the owner and Tommy T. Thomas, they can bicker backstage, whatever. But tonight, I'm going to give the fans something to care about." What's Luke Loins planning? And he says, "Lord Lore, you attacked me in Junction for no reason last week." That's true. There was no reason for it. And Luke Loins says, "And you know what? I'm not going to stand for that." Luke Loins, don't mess with Lord Lore. He's a vicious man. What the hell? Luke Loins says, "I'm challenging you to a match tonight for the XWF World Championship." And Lord Lore's come up on the screen. And he says, "Wait, whoa. 1 second. Who do you think you are, boy? This is it. This is what you don't want to do, is piss off Lord Lore. It's not something you want to do. And Lord Lore says, you're challenging me, the lethal litigator. You aren't even in the same league as me, boy. I proved how puny you were last week when I wiped the floor with you and Junction. But you know what? I'm not happy that you are calling me out. So I'll tell you what. I'll make a challenge. What the hell? What's Lord Lord got planned? He says, Tommy T. Thomas will give you a match tonight, a mystery opponent, and if you beat them, you get a shot against me for the World Heavyweight title. But then again, your record on winning #1 contendership matches is not all that great, is it? Let's be honest, you couldn't even beat A-Bomb, a man that I have beaten twice. So enjoy your match tonight, Luke Loins. Alright, that's crazy. So Luke Loins has got a #1 contendership match again tonight against a mystery opponent this time. So he's not going to know who it is. He's not going to have time to prepare for it. But if he wants a shot at that world title, he needs to win this match. But we're going to move swiftly on to our first match. And that is part of the tag division singles tournament. The idea is the tag teams put one man forward. They wrestle. The winner, then their tag team partner faces the winner of the other team's match. And then them two face off, and whichever one of them wins, their respective team goes through to our next pay-per-view, Warpath, against the tag division champions, the Hardcore Hate Crew. So, last week we saw the Hardcore Hate Crew. They came down to the ring and they said, we're going to do something a little bit different. This is our plan. And they made this idea, where everyone would do a bit of singles wrestling, but in the end, it would earn them a shot at the tag division titles. And I like that. I respect it. It mixes it up a bit. And also it gives us matches that we might not necessarily see in the XWF, such as this, Fosher versus Falcon. So I'm looking forward to it. And the fans go absolutely crazy as soon as Falcon's pyro goes off. And here he runs down to the ring. Look at that. Firework display, beautiful. And I'm a big fan of the Birds of Prey. I really want to see him in the tag division scene again. The Hardcore Hate Crew, they've held the belts for a long time. The one team that I want to see him go against now is the Birds of Prey. They've had some good defenses against Pegasus lately over the last 2 pay-per-views. They had a match against Pegasus at Battle Lines, which obviously the Hardcore Hate Crew won, but it was a great match. And then that rematch recently at Redemption, our most recent pay-per-view, which again, the Hardcore Hate Crew defended, but it was a great match all the same. But the Hardcore Hate Crew said Pegasus aren't in this tournament because they've had 2 shots already, so they're gonna leave Pegasus out this time. But if they're still the tag team champions after Warpath, then maybe they'll get a shot. But for now, these are the tag teams that are in the scene. You got Birds of Prey, the Polka Kings, Bronx Bunny, and T-Unit. So tonight, we see the Birds of Prey's representative against T-Units. Next week, we're going to see one of the Bronx Bunny go against one of the Polka Kings. But let's focus on the match for now. Fosher versus Falcon. The ref rings the bell, and this match is on. And Falcon going straight in with a kick. Fosher blocks it, and just a massive clothesline. Fosher's definitely got the size advantage. He's one of the biggest men here in the XWF. You really don't recognize how big he is until you see him in the flesh. And look at this, he's bouncing off the ropes, throws all his weight onto Falcon, who's not the biggest guy in the XWF. That's really going to cause some damage, and Fosher going for the early cover. 1, 2, and Falcon manages to get his shoulders up. He's not going to give up this tag division shot yet, and a massive shoulder block from Fosher. I think people underestimate Fosher because he's in T-Unit, but he can use his body as a weapon, and look at that kick, right? Nearly knocking the head off of Falcon, and now he's just stomping low below the belt. Very vicious move from Fosher. Falcon, he's not had much offense in. As I was saying, don't underestimate Fosher. The fans, look at that! Man of Armor, beautiful head scissors takedown there from Falcon, bouncing off the rope, jumps over in a massive cross body. The fans on their feet. Falcon, when he gets in a roll like this, look, another cross body. When he really gets on the ball like this is when Falcon is at his most dangerous. Onto the top rope, look at that! Jumping arm drag, throws Fosher across the ring. Fosher getting up to his feet. He doesn't really know what hit him. And now Falcon going for the arm. A kick to the stomach there on Fosher. And now Fosher getting caught in a headlock and a European uppercut. Falcon again with a second European uppercut. And now this time Falcon bounced Fosher off the ropes. What's he got planned for him? A spinning heel kick right in between the eyes, knocking Fosher down. As I said earlier, Fosher's a big man. Falcon had to jump a really big height to get out a shoulder block there from Fosher. You know, cutting Falcon's attack down before it even could get off to a good start. And oh my God, Fosher, the strength of him, just throws Falcon out the ring. Look at him step over the top rope. Oh, Falcon, he pulled him down by the leg. Fosher's head hit the apron and diving out crossbody to the outside. The fans go crazy. Falcon has got to use his body as a weapon against a man this size. And he rolls Fosher in. Fosher's head leaning over the apron and a beautiful elbow there from Falcon. Fosher up to his feet. Falcon springboard onto his shoulder. Talon Claw! He is special from a springboard. That is incredible. For the cover, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Falcon eliminates Fosher. The Birds of Prey go through round 1. And, you know, they're a step closer to the Tag Division Championships. Here's a replay. Springboards onto his shoulders. Hits him with a Talon Claw. His finishing move. And that was the end of Fosher. You know, a pretty quick match there, guys. I apologize, but, you know, I don't think we can argue with the results. The fans are happy. Falcon said, what the hell? Static! That Static from the XWA just ran through the crowd and hit Falcon in the back of the head with a chair. What the hell was that for? You know, Fosher's still injured on the floor, and Static ignored him, and he just walked off with the chair. I do not get what just happened. Can we see the replay? Like Falcon was celebrating, and Static, he's not even on the freaking roster, just smashed him in the back of the skull with a freaking steel chair. So unnecessary. The fans don't know what to think, and Static's, you know, torning at the top of the Titan, and he walks off. What the hell is Static doing here from the XWA? This has got to do something with Tommy T. frickin' Thomas. Oh, talk of the devil, he's backstage with Havoc, the sellout. And Tommy T. Thomas says, Havoc, I just want to say, you made the right choice at Redemption. No, he sold out of Redemption. And Tommy T. Thomas says, dropping a belt is by no means an easy task. But it's the best way to show me that you're serious. When I gave Nightmare the ultimatum on show 20, he turned me down. And as you know, he hasn't been in the best shape since that incident. You know, losing the world title, losing to Lord Lore multiple times, and then most recently he lost to Damage at Redemption. Well, Havoc, you certainly made the right choice. Joining me has benefits. What frickin' benefits? And Tommy T. Thomas says, you're going to reap the rewards for joining me and the XWA. We have already destroyed the CWO, let's be fair. They are now in ruins, and now our target has changed. And Havoc says, Tommy T. Thomas, I know it was the right choice. CWO was doing nothing but holding me back. Holding him frickin' back! Disrespectful son of a bitch! And Havoc says, just like T-Unit before them, I grew too big for the CWO. And Tommy T. Thomas says, exactly, Havoc, exactly. Now here's the plan for next show. What plan for next show? Why do they always freaking cut him off? God's sake, man. Anyway, forget Tommy T. Thomas. More important stuff. We're on a second match of the evening. It's Jamie Gregory versus our champion, the internet champion, Mike the Viper Jacobs, who's making his way down to the ring now. You know, I'm very excited about Mike the Viper Jacobs being the internet champion. He said he wanted to bring credibility back to the belt. And I agree with him. There's been a lot of tacked-on champions that should never have had that belt. And they did sort of degrade the name of it. I'm talking people like Titus Valentine, Johnny Kamikaze, Junction. You know, it all started well when the owner first brought the Internet Championship in on the first ever episode of Aftershock. You know, there was a match, Titus Valentine versus Jacob Drake, to decide the first ever Internet Champion, and Jacob Drake won. And after that, he had a great run with the belt, and he really gave credibility to it, really made the belt something. And when he dropped it to Titus Valentine, that was it. The decline of the Internet Championship begun, and just so many bad champions after that, which added nothing to the belt in my view. You know, all right, the fans, yeah, we love Johnny Kamikaze. I don't care. I'm talking about credibility. Just like Mike Jacobs talks about credibility. And when Mike Jacobs beat Junction at our last pay-per-view, Redemption, credibility became born again on that belt, and I'm really happy with Mike Jacobs being the champion. Now, what we saw last week was Mike Jacobs take on Ryan Moore. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna stick up for Mike Jacobs. He initiated that. He went backstage to Ryan Moore and he said, "Look, how does it feel to keep losing a pay-per-view? I've never lost a pay-per-view." Ryan Moore, he got some balls on him. Fair play. He said, wait, I ain't gonna be spoken to like that. I'll take you on for that belt tonight. And I'm gonna be honest with you. They had a match last show and it was quality. Ryan Moore really showed that he can wrestle as a singles competitor. Mike Jacobs won, but Mike Jacobs, he's one of the greatest singles wrestlers in the history of this industry. Ryan Moore, he's barely scratched the surface of singles wrestling, and they gave it a good go. He didn't win. And now Ryan Moore's tag team partner, Jamie Gregory, has said, well, you know what? I'm going to take on Mike Jacobs because I think I can beat him. So let's see how this match goes, Jamie Gregory, again, this will be his first singles match. Just like Ryan Moore's last week. Jamie Gregory's never wrestled a singles match here in the XWF. And I would say maybe try singles matches against other people first. But they both went at a deep end with Mike Jacobs. And as you can see, Mike Jacobs is dominating the technical wrestling early on. Jamie Gregory trying to hold, but Mike Jacobs drags him back in. This guy runs a freaking wrestling school. You can't outsmart him. Look at that, he brings him in and just clotheslines him. You never know what card Mike Jacobs is going to play. Jamie Gregory turns it around to a headlock of his own. A nice effort here. He's trying to stretch the neck, but Mike Jacobs slaps his arm and it just catches him with a clothesline in the jaw. And another one as Jamie Gregory's trying to get up to his feet. And another one. Early on, Mike Jacobs dominated the match. A kick to the midsection there. Now a side headlock. And he turns Jamie Gregory's arm over. Look at that, flips him over using an arm hold. But Jamie Gregory puts his arm out and grabs the bottom rope. Nice ring awareness. Good ring awareness to break out of... What the hell? To break out of a submission hold. A beautiful crescent moon kick. And a second one. Knocking Mike Jacobs off his feet. He gets straight back up. He didn't expect these kicks. And watch Jamie Gregory. Oh, he bounced him off the rope. And Mike Jacobs just turned it into a running DDT. Outsmarting the very move that Jamie Gregory is trying to achieve. Now Mike Jacobs bouncing Jamie Gregory off the ropes. A massive leg lariat. Oh, my God. Vicious. Jamie Gregory didn't see it coming. And so far, Mike Jacobs has definitely dominated this match with a snapmare now and just putting his knee in the back of Jamie Gregory's neck to just stretch the spine and the neck to really wear your opponent down. Jamie Gregory with a headbutt, using the back of his head to batter and ram his way out of the hold. Slips behind Mike Jacobs, drop kicks him in the back. Nice effort from Jamie Gregory. Runs in outside, crescent moon kick. Jacobs falls out the freaking ring. He didn't expect that. Jamie Gregory, forward flip out the ring. Senton style maneuver, rope flick. Straight into the face of Mike Jacobs, knocking him over. And Jamie Gregory with a nice effort, an elbow over the apron there. Gets in the ring, slips behind Mike Jacobs. Oh, Mike Jacobs uses a key lock reversal to turn it into an armbar. Very innovative. And again, twisting the arm and just bludgeons his elbow with an elbow shot of his own. And now a headlock on Jamie Gregory. And look at this, picks him up. A textbook scoop slam. Very precision-based. Mike Jacobs with these moves. And now a side headlock. Jamie Gregory went for a clothesline, but Mike Jacobs' quick reflexes, he saw it coming, and he used a fireman carry-based reversal. And now he turns Jamie Gregory around and sit-down neck breaker. Vicious move, done with such complexity from Mike Jacobs. And Jamie Gregory doesn't know where he is, but he manages to turn the Irish whip into his own, runs in and just uses a body splash in the corner. Mike Jacobs falls to the ground. Jamie Gregory for the cover, but Mike Jacobs puts his foot out and reaches the bottom rope. Ring awareness there from the veteran in the ring. And look at this, another key lock reversal to turn it into an armbar on Jamie Gregory. And Jamie Gregory just kicks Mike Jacobs in the midsection. Now just throwing a combination of strikes. A heel kick. Beautiful. Right in the chest cavity, knocking Mike Jacobs off his feet. And he punches Jacobs into the ropes. Bounces over. Look at this. Jumps down off the apron and slingshots Mike Jacobs back into the ring. Now Jamie Gregory climbing onto the top rope. Mike Jacobs turns around. Flying clothesline from Jamie Gregory. Precision attack there. He picks Mike Jacobs up to his feet. Jamie Gregory, signature STO bomb. He nails Mike Jacobs into the floor. And now he's twirling him up. Could we see a flashback? Could this be over or a side effect? But no, Mike Jacobs uses his elbow to counter the move. Runs in and clotheslines Jamie Gregory. Jamie Gregory runs in. But a massive sit-down face-buster there from Mike Jacobs. Not in a good position. Jamie Gregory, as Mike Jacobs picks him up, goes under the arm. Jimmy Gregory tried to attack him, but he used the ultimate German suplex, which is always a signal for the beginning at the end. Jamie Gregory trying to climb to his feet. Mike Jacobs turning him. Turns around. Oh, no, he's locked him in. Mike Jacobs lifts it in. The Viperplex. One of the most devastating special moves here in the XWF. He gets the leg hooked. That's one. That's two. That's three. Mike Jacobs retains the Internet Championship here tonight on XWF Shockwave. You got to give the juice to Jamie Gregory for a first ever singles match going against a veteran like Mike Jacobs. I think he gave it a very good shot, but Mike Jacobs came out on top. Oh, and backstage here now, Jacob Drake in the owner's office. And the owner says, Drake, I'm going to be honest with you, CWO is not in the best way right now. First of all, Damage betraying us. Then Havoc betraying us. Then we took a clean sweep, a royal flush at Redemption. Since then, A-Bomb lost yet again to Lord Lore last week. Nightmare is still recovering from the bloodbath match. He's not here again tonight. And Jacob Drake says, yeah, I know it's not looking great, boss, but we are the CWO, and we will get it under control. And the owner says, I'm worried about Tommy T. Thomas. I get the feeling that he's planning something more, but I can't put my finger on it. And Jacob Drake says, yo, man, I don't know, yo, but me and A-Bomb, we can hold our weight. They can't hold their weight, I agree. And the owner says, I don't doubt that, Drake. But I get the feeling this is about more than the CWO. What does he mean? I don't know what he means. And Jacob Drake says, I'm feeling you, man. But yo, you saw Havoc last week attacking me? Why don't we retaliate, yo? I'll beat Havoc up tonight if you book the match. Book the match. I want to see Jacob Drake kick the shit out of Havoc. He deserves it. And the owner thinks about it for a second. He says, not tonight, Drake, not tonight. Why not? What the hell? What's Tommy T. Thomas doing in the locker room? And he says, oh, hardcore hate crew. I've been meaning to talk to you guys, actually. But you're on your own. That will do. Penance isn't there. It's only malice. And Tommy T. Thomas says, you guys are obviously the tag division champions here. Totally dominating the division. But if you guys want to grow, become bigger than you are, you need more direction. What the hell is Tommy T. Thomas talking about? And he says, so what I'm proposing is, I can make you guys huge stars if you join me. Defect to my XWA. Bring the XWF Tag Division titles with you. You know that I'm right. Just remember when the owner degraded you guys to Aftershock? Do you remember that? I wouldn't dream of doing that to you guys. Oh my God, the owner was doing... this is stupid. And Malice says, Tommy T. Thomas, I respect you. I know what you have done for the industry. But with all due respect, you're sort of dated now. Your time's been and gone. The XWA was great in its time, don't get me wrong, but it died. And the XWF is the next big thing. Me and Penance, we've had a great run here in the XWF, and we just don't want to jeopardize that. And Tommy T. Thomas says, I can't believe I'm hearing this. I am a visionary. I could push you two to the moon and back. And how dare you call me dated? Well, you know what? You made the wrong decision today. No, he didn't. He made the right fucking decision. And Tommy T. Thomas says, you're going to face the consequence for that decision. In the ring, next. And Manny says, what do you mean, in the ring? The hardcore hate crew aren't even booked tonight. They're not. And Tommy T. Thomas says, you're right, they aren't. But you are now. So get your ass down to that ring. What the hell? What does this mean? And Tommy T. Thomas just gives him a little arm wave, look at him. And he leaves. This is just getting ridiculous now. Tommy T. Thomas is a corrupted individual, and I don't like him. Everything was fine when the owner was the owner, like only 100% owner, but now 50% owner. Oh, Tommy T. Thomas makes stupid stuff like this. At the request of Tommy T. Thomas, next, we're going to see Malice versus a mystery opponent, because Tommy T. Thomas fucking loves mystery opponents all the time, for God's sake. But moving on, let's stop talking about Tommy T. Thomas. The less said about the guy, the better at the moment. He's really fucked stuff up since he's come into the XWF, and I'm not happy about it. But at the end of the day, as long as the wrestling stays quality and the show stays quality, that's all I care about. Tommy T. Thomas can be out the back. doing whatever he wants to piss about with. But let's focus on the match now. Obviously we've got Malice versus a mystery opponent. Unlike some of the other tag teams here in the XWF, we have seen the Hardcore Hate Crew do a little bit of singles matches every now and again. They both entered the CWO tournament a while back. And also I did see Malice take on Dave Crater. I can't remember if that was a wild card match. And what the hell? What the freaking hell? Lord freaking Lore versus Malice. The World Heavyweight Champion, the veteran, the legend, versus freaking Malice? Are you joking me? No offense, but Malice isn't a singles wrestler. I know I was just saying I've seen him do a couple of dark matches, a couple of, house shows and stuff. But, nothing to the caliber of the World Heavyweight Champion, Lord Lore. Is this what Tommy T. Thomas wants? He wants to just give Malice a match against Lord Lore. Just because Malice didn't want the Hardcore Hate Crew to join Tommy T. Thomas's freaking faction of whatever. Oh no. I'll tell you what, you can have a mystery opponent. Lord freaking Lore. I'm scared for Malice. I'm genuinely scared for Malice. This is horrific. I didn't even think the fans were expecting this. Lord Lore just runs in, oh my god. Absolutely vicious again. This is hard to watch. Oh my god. The biceps, Malice keeps getting up to his feet. But I don't know what he's going to be able to do to this guy. Lord Lore, oh my god, a hip toss. Just throwing Malice. He's not a big guy, Malice. Lord Lore is massive. One of his biceps is as big as Malice. Just throwing Malice into the corner, and this is horrific. Look at this, oh my god. Vicious clotheslines, just connecting with Malice like a freight train, just crushing your body. Malice collapses to the floor. This is horrible. He just punched Malice onto the ropes. A massive slap to the chest of Malice, and he falls to the ground. I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. Lord Lore just Irish whips him into the corner. This is bad. Oh my god, these horrific boxing punches to the stomach and one to the face of Malice. And he falls forward, and Lord Lore, oh my god, a massive hip toss. He just slams Malice like he weighs freaking nothing. And Lord Lore going for the pin. This could be over. That's one. That's two. That's three. What? Oh my god, Malice kicked out. The kid's got heart. The kid has got freaking heart. He kicked out. I don't think Lord Lore's too happy that the ref didn't say that was a free. What the hell? Lord Lore just threw the referee. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lord Lore is off his freaking head. Malice is trying to get to his feet from the beating he's just taken. Lord Lore is still shouting at the ref. Malice! Matter on the head scissors. Great. Oh my god, Malice is actually giving it his best shot here against the World Heavyweight Champion, Lord Lore. Bounces him off the rope. Springboard elbow right in the face of Lord Lore. Knocking him off his feet. Standing moonsault. Go on, Malice. Give him your best shot, man. Give him your best freaking shot. Malice picks Lord Lore up. Irish whips him, throws him into the corner. Runs up him like a freaking ninja. Love it. Love it. And Malice drop kicking the chest of Lord Lore, knocking him off his feet. Malice is turning him up for a hate crime. Turning him up for a special move. Oh, Lord Lore just turns around and clubs him in the face. Malice runs in, he clubs him again. Malice, he's got heart, he tries to get up, but a massive Oklahoma slam from Lord Lore just shutting Malice down. Horrific. Oh, no. Lord Lore's in the corner, he is stalking Malice. Malice is just about struggling up to his feet from that Oklahoma slam. Lord Lore, swift justice. Swift justice delivered. And now he is torn Malice up, and this is not looking good for Malice, who turns around straight into the Lore Breaker. Straight into it, arms hooked. Lore Breaker. This is over. This is over. You gotta have heart and soul for Malice. He gave it a shot. That's one. That's two. That's three. Lord Lore pins Malice here tonight on Shockwave. I feel bad, man. Malice did not deserve that. He just didn't want to join. What the hell? Backstage. That's insano. That's insano from the XWA. Just beating down Penance, the other member of the Hardcore Hate Crew. Just left him beating up in a pile on the floor backstage. What the hell? What the frickin'? This is not right. This is not fair. The Hardcore Hate Crew are fair tag division champions. And we can see it in bigger moments ago. Insano. What the hell is he doing here? We saw Static earlier. Now we see freaking Insano. Just beating the hell out of Penance backstage and just leaving him as a mess on the floor. our tag division champions, the XWF tag division champions, both beaten into a pulp tonight. That's a horrific thing to see. The referee now backstage in the locker room with Hork, and he says, Hork, that chair shot earlier has left Falcon with a minor concussion. He's going to need to rest, only for a few shows, but there's a chance that he might not make pay-per-view. So although the Birds of Prey are through to the next round of the tournament, there's no guarantee that you guys are actually going to be able to wrestle it or win it. Oh, what the hell? This is getting worse. Hork says, right, okay, that is bad news. You know, I'm a bit concerned about these random beatdowns. But Falcon, he's my partner. If you can't do it, I respect it. You know, I'm just going to do it now. T-Unit can have our place in the tournament. And when Falcon's healed up, we'll come back when he's 100%, and we'll win the Tag Division Championships. And the referee says, fine, what the hell? Hork, you know, he's only watching out for his mate Falcon, but he's giving T-Unit the freaking slot. He's giving him the shot, man. Fair play, but I mean, I feel bad for the Birds of Prey. Wait a minute. I'm hearing in my earpiece, Hork has issued a challenge to Static, the guy that hit Falcon with a chair earlier on. He wants him next week. He wants him on show 25. Whoa, things are slowly getting more interesting. Go on, Hork. You better kick the shit out of Static, man. I've had enough of these fucking XWA guys returning. Moving on, you know, this is the match we saw right at the start of the show get confirmed. And that is Junction versus the Supernatural Matt King with the No-Holds-Barred Championship on the line. And you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. I want Junction to win. And I know. It's a crazy thing to hear from me. It is a crazy thing to hear from me. But these XWA guys, Tommy T. Thomas, you know, he's starting to take stuff too far. He's done so many things to piss me off. So many things. You know, he's made Damage leave the CWO. He's made Havoc leave the CWO. And now, you know, fine when it was CWO versus Tommy T. Thomas, that's fine. You can do that. But now he started picking on people that don't deserve it. The Hardcore Hate Crew. Great Tag Division champions. They've never gone out of their way to cause any harm. And no. Now they're being beaten up backstage by fucking XWA guys all down to Tommy T. Thomas. You know, stuff like that is getting under my skin. You know, and I'm not losing my balls, I'm not losing my edge, I'm not becoming a pansy. I just want to see Tommy T. Thomas's face when his man, Matt King, loses the No-Holds-Barred title to someone like Junction. I'd love to see that. So tonight, Junction, I hope you win the freaking match, alright? You know, there's no denying that the Supernatural Matt King has got a legacy. Yes, he's one of the greatest hardcore wrestlers this industry has ever known. Yes, that's true, but he doesn't deserve the XWF No-Holds-Barred Championship. Let me tell you why. He didn't win it. He got given it like a little present from Havoc. Oh, I'm gonna leave the CWO. Take my belt at pay-per-view, and I will walk up the ramp. And that's exactly what Havoc did when he sold everyone out at pay-per-view. He sold out the fans. He sold out me. He sold out CWO. He sold out himself. Disgusting. So, you know, tonight, I'm gonna go with Junction. I wanna see Junction win the match tonight. Come on, Junction, my son. You know, we haven't always seen eye to eye, Junction. I'm not gonna say I'm going down the pub for a pint with him. I'm just saying I wanna see him kick the shit out of Matt King tonight. Now, Junction and Matt King having a little stare down. You know, you can feel the heat from earlier on when they were getting in each other's faces backstage. And who's going to throw the first punch here? Who's going to throw the first punch? They're just having a stare-down battle. Junction's not looking happy. He knows that he could become a champion again tonight if he beats Matt King. Still just staring down. Who's going to make the first move? And Matt King just slaps Junction. Vicious. Oh, Junction STOs him. You know, straight off. Matt King slapped him around the cheek, and now Junction on the attack. Come on, Junction. Show him what you're made of. Nice discus elbow there. Discus forearm attack. And now he Irish whips Matt King off the ropes. Watch Junction got planned. He went for a clothesline. Matt King blocked it. Turned into a jump-in hip toss. And now Matt King using a side headlock on Junction. An elbow to the back of the neck. Great way to wear your opponent down. And Matt King bounces Junction off the rope. No. Feigns him. Drags him in and crescent moon kicks him. Matt King taking control of the match early on here. Look, there's another crescent moon kick, another Irish whip feign into the kick, and it was a great move. Elbow to the back of the head again there from Matt King. Working on specific points of the body to wear him down through a match, and that's something you want to do in a big hardcore match. And a Sambo suplex there from Matt King. You can't deny Matt King's arsenal. You know, he's got high-flying moves. He's got strong moves. He's got a bit of everything, and he does them all very precisely. It was a nice body splash there in the corner, and now just a mounted backhand punches there onto the back of the head of Junction. And now he picks Junction up to his feet, standing position. An Irish whip there from Matt King, throws Junction over the top rope, and he just kicks him off the apron. Junction collapses to the mat. All Matt King going for something high risk here. He bounces off the rope. Junction got back onto the apron, punched him in the head, totally stunned him. Junction onto the top rope, cannibal drop kick in the chest of Matt King. Beautifully executed move there from Junction, and this could be his chance to turn the tide to this battle. A European uppercut there, side headlock, and another European uppercut. Junction, you know, using the same move over and over and over and over and over and over again, but I'll let him off this time. And he turns him around, hangman elbow there to the jaw of Matt King, stamps on his stomach, kicks him in the forehead, pin him, freaking pin him. Ref count the pin, that's 1. That's 2, and a kick out on 2. You know, not quite enough to keep him down, but the working's there. You know, not long, and I reckon Junction can beat Matt King, and he blocks a punch, and Crescent Moon kicks him, knocking Junction clean off his feet. You know, I felt the impact of that move here, and I'm in the announcer's table. I'm not even in the freaking ring. And now Matt King, look at the strength. Beautiful vertical suplex, crushing Junction down like a freaking packet of crisps. He goes to grapple him. Junction drops behind him. German suplex with a pin bridge. That's 1. That's 2. And a kick out on 2. I thought we can nearly see a no-holds-barred new champion there. But a shoulder block by Junction, knocking Matt King down. Come on, Junction, stay on the freaking attack. Another shoulder block, knocking the wind right out of Matt King. That's what you got to do. And now watch Junction got lined up. He bounces Matt King off the ropes. Massive left arm clothesline, knocking Matt King clean off his feet. Junction for the cover. Come on, that's 1. That's 2. And a kick out on 2 by Matt King. It's still not enough to keep him down. But Junction knows what he's got to do is stay on the attack. He throws Matt King over the top rope. And he just spears him. I like it. A shoulder thrust. Knocking Matt King to the outside. Junction going up top. Matt King getting to his feet. Junction double axe handle right to the skull of Matt King. Beautiful move. Concussive almost. And now Junction, what's he planning? Matt King went for a punch. Junction with German suplex. Matt King straight onto the steel stairs. He did a backflip and landed on him. Leg hook. This is it. 1, 2, 3. No, a kick out just before the 3 by Matt King. That was an absolutely ridiculous move. Junction slams Matt King's head onto the ring post, rolls him in the ring, and goes for the cover. This could be over. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. You know, a kick out again by Matt King. You know, I'm still reeling from that freaking German suplex onto the steel stairs. You know, I didn't expect Junction to pull that out, but he's genuinely pissed off. I'm getting the feeling he's genuinely pissed off. You know, he got beat down by Lord last week, and then Matt King spoke to him like a piece of shit this morning, at the start of the show even. I don't know why I said this morning. But, you know, Junction's pissed off, and he threw him with a German suplex onto the steel stairs. Very impressive of Matt King with another one of those Crescent Moon kicks. You know, he nails them like no one else can. And now Junction groggy as Matt King throws him into the turnbuckle and a vicious fist to the forehead there. A kick to the midsection. Junction falls down, and Matt King off the second rope. Missile drop kick there. Landing on his own head, but it's a price you pay to nail a move like that. That's 1. That's 2. And a kick out on 2 by Junction. It's not enough to keep him down. A lot of respect for you there, Junction. Keep kicking out of the moves. Matt King bounces him off the ropes. Oh, my God, a bicycle kick right in the forehead of Junction. Looked absolutely horrific, that move. Now a side drop kick there, knocking Junction stunned, and Matt King using a side headlock. What move is he employing here? Pendulum backbreaker, a move which is definitely going to take effect on Junction as this match continues. And now Matt King throws Junction over the top rope. He holds on, but Matt King just kicks him and he falls off. You know, vicious move. Matt King, oh, what's he setting up here? Dives a voting body press as Junction tried to get to his feet, planting him onto that solid outside. Goes for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. And a kick out on 2 there by Junction, you know, showing great resilience to the attacks that Matt King's throwing at him. Oh, no. Matt King spinning backdrop on the outside. Ferocious move there from Matt King, who's now going under the ring to find a weapon. Obviously, it's no holds barred rules. And he's got a steel chair. Junction getting to his feet. Matt King just clobbered him right across the skull. Junction trying to get up to his feet. You know, he's stunned. I don't know how he's managed to get up from that. And Matt King, another shot in between the eyes. You know, I don't think Junction's going to get up from that one. And Matt King just throws the chair on him. Total disregard. Total disrespect And Matt King, what's he doing? He's put his arm over. He picked him up in a suplex. What the hell? Sit down suplex. Bomb right on the steel chair. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This has got to be over. Leg hook. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. You know, what the hell? Junction kicked out on 2.9. Got to have respect for the kid there. You know, you got to have respect for a man that can kick out of that. That was ferocious. And Matt King staying on the attack. Throws Junction into the steel barrier and just headbutts him, and Junction collapses to the floor. Matt King picks him up. Oh, that signature enziguri. Junction just a mess on the floor. Matt King's torting him up for a serenity. This is not good. Junction turns around. Oh, he kicked him down. Fork in the road onto the steel chair. Junction, where did he get the strength to do that from? And now Junction torting Matt King up for a backfire. Could this be over? Could this be over? Oh no, Matt King with a flipping neck breaker. These two men reversing each other's special moves like no tomorrow. Matt King throws Junction into that ring post, just smashes his head onto it, vicious, and rolls him into the ring. And now Matt King going under the ring, and he's got a freaking table. He's got a freaking table. This is not looking good for Junction. Matt King rolls into the ring. You know, Junction's still trying to get up to his feet. But Matt King sets the table up in the corner, turns around. Oh, Junction! Junction! Irish whips Matt King into the table, grabs him. Oh no, Matt King kicks him in the stomach. Oh, what the hell? Throws Junction. Junction's sitting on that table. Oh no, no, no. Matt King gets a lap of the ring. Shoulder block right through the table, spear style. Table went everywhere. And now Matt King is torn Junction up. A damaged man, a broken man. And oh, what the hell? He kicks him down. What the hell? We haven't seen this from Matt King for a long time. Scissors kick. Oh my God. Planting Junction's face into the mat. Gets the leg hook. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Oh my God, Matt King retains the no-holds-barred title. I'm not happy about that at all. You know, the scissors kick was Matt King's special move when he was in the Renegades back in the XWA until he changed it to the Serenity. But here he goes, using his old special move here on Junction. Saw the opportunity, and he just planted him into the mat after spearing him for a table. You know, Junction wasn't going to recover quick enough to block that move, and unfortunately, Matt King retains the no-holds-barred title here tonight on Shockwave. These XWA guys are starting to get under my skin, you know, so much. But I'm hearing in my earpiece, we're going backstage. Yashi Auditory speaking to Luke Loins. And Yashi says, Evolutions of Mother Nature. I'm here with Luke Loins. Luke, my friend, how do you feel about facing a mystery opponent tonight? And Luke Loins says, well, Yashi, let me tell you. Last week, when Lord Lore attacked me for no reason, he made a new enemy. I don't care who he thinks he is, and if he thinks he's better. Since day 1 here in the XWF, I have missed chance after chance to be the world champion. Every time, somehow I've been screwed, or I've been cheated, or I've been beaten down. First, Damage and Nightmare took me out of the Demolition series in episode 1. Mike Jacobs ruined my match against Dr. Korn for the title not long after. Then Nightmare interfered in my rematch in the main event against Khan at Rampage. And now most recently, Jacob Drake screws me during my #1 contendership against A-Bomb. Well, you know what? Tonight it ends, because I have had it up to here now. There is no one Lord Lore can throw at me, and I mean no one that will stand in my way tonight. And Luke Loins walks off, and he obviously means business. And this is where, again, I come to a moral compass. I don't know who I want to vote for in this match. You know, obviously I'll see who the mystery opponent is, but at the moment, as much as I don't want to say it, I'm a little bit going for Luke Loins. Just because I want to see the look on Lord Lore's face and the look on Tommy T. Thomas's face. You know, I'm getting sick of Tommy T. Thomas's matches. Every match that he has his booking in, he wins. And that's starting to grind my gears. Look at Redemption. Look at Redemption. The CWO didn't win a match. Every match the CWO had, they lost. And every match that Tommy T. Thomas had a hand at booking, he won. You know, and that carries over to last week. And so far, this week as well. So, you know, depending on who it is, the mystery opponent, at the moment, I'm voting for you, Luke Loins. You know, I wouldn't normally say it, but you've heard my reasoning. And whose music is this? Oh my God. No, 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 no. Oh my god. It's Crow. Aiden Black. This is not good. This is really not good. You know, Tommy T. Thomas is scraping the frickin' barrel, bringing back these XWA guys. You know, Static earlier on and Insano. All right, yeah, it was bad that he brought those guys back, but Crow. This is not good. You know, I don't want to frighten anyone if you're not familiar with Crow, but he was the first ever independent champion in the XWA. On top of that, he had many Classic Cup victories in the XWA. And you know, this man is known for his resilience. He's kicked out so many special moves which no one else has ever kicked out of. You know, he's a very resilient man, and he rolls in the ring with no fear. You know, Aiden Black is a guy. He was a normal guy growing up. You know, a broken guy. That was the problem. There was always something ticking him. And he has this alter ego called Crow, which he brings to the ring. And obviously you can see him here. He's a very sick individual and a very resilient individual. And this is a match that I never would have thought I would see. Luke Loins versus Crow. And oh my God, Crow just kneed Luke Loins in the forehead. You know, Luke Loins didn't expect that. He didn't see it coming. And now Crow, you know, side headlock, a vicious elbow to the back. Knife edge chop there, a fist, a kick to the stomach. Crow on the attack. You know, we haven't seen him wrestle since the XWA guys, and he's showing no ring rust here. Just taking the attack to Luke Loins. Luke Loins blocks the knife edge chop. Luke Loins on the attack now, throwing some strikes, but Crow blocks it, a knife edge chop, knocking Luke Loins to the floor. You know, I'm a little bit scared of how far Tommy T. Thomas is going to go. You know, bringing how many guys he's brought back now, and I don't know what they're doing here or why they're attacking our roster, but it's starting to scare me a little bit. And oh my God, Crow, overhead toss there, just throwing Luke Loins high in the sky and causing him to come crushing down with all the force in the corner. And Crow runs in, oh my God. A big boot to the face of Luke Loins, who fell to the mat like a freaking sack of potatoes. And now Crow just staying on the attack. Luke Loins fighting back with a knee to the stomach. Goes for a punch, but Crow blocks it, a knife edge chop, knocking Luke Loins to the mat. And now Crow just kicked to the inside leg. This is not good, you know. Crow is one of those guys that you don't want to be wrestling against. I've seen many people talk the talk against Crow, but Crow, he doesn't talk much. Crow just fights you. A drop kick there, a nice executed drop kick there from Luke Loins, going for the cover. That's not even a 1, not even a 0.5, and Crow kicks out. This is what I'm talking about. If there was ever a resilient man, it's Crow. He will always keep coming back to you. Whatever you do, nothing seems to take this man down, and a clothesline there, taking Luke Loins off his feet. Crow picks Luke Loins up in another clothesline. Picking Luke Loins up to his feet again, and look at this from Crow, picking Luke Loins up. He throws him around. Look at this, reverse DDT, spiking Luke Loins into the mat with horrific force. And now Crow just using these elbows to the shoulders, just bludgeoning Luke Loins. You know, so far, if I'm honest with you, Luke Loins hasn't had much offense here. It's all been Crow. Luke Loins really needs to find a hole in Crow's offense and try and bring this back to himself. But it's not going to be here, because Crow with a hangman elbow to the chin of Luke Loins. Crow going for the cover. That's 1, that's 2, and a kick out on 2 by Luke Loins. You know, Luke Loins knows he's got to think. If he wins this match, he gets a shot at the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Champion. He gets a shot which he has wanted, which he complained that he has been screwed out of all these times, and all he's got to do is beat Crow. All he's got to do is beat Crow here tonight on XWF 24. But that is not an easy task. A spin around overdriven neck breaker there. Nice move from Luke Loins. Just stay on the attack, Luke Loins. Just stay on the attack. Irish whip bouncing Crow off the ropes, and Crow turns it into a neck breaker. You know, he's one step ahead of Luke Loins. Gets on his knees and now just clubbing Luke Loins in the face with these heavy fists. Not a position Luke Loins wants to be in, having his head bludgeoned and concussed by these vicious shots. And now Crow, look at that spiking DDT. Horrific. Dropping Luke Loins on his head. That's 1. That's 2. No, not even a 2. Luke Loins is showing resilience here. He knows what's on the line. and somehow he managed to kick out before Crow could even get a 2 count on him, but Crow staying on the attack. Goes for a kick. Luke Loins blocks it. Nice little leg trip move there, dragon screw style maneuver as he picks Crow up to his feet, slips under. Luke Loins, what's he going to do? Oh, look at this. Spinning backdrop. Beautiful maneuver there from Luke Loins. I'll give him that. Going for the cover. That's 1. That's 2, and a kick out on 2 by Crow. It's not enough. Crow get into his feet. Luke Loins runs in a crescent moon kick. Beautiful move. And now he runs into the DDT, dropping Crow on his head. See how he likes it. Luke Loins grabbing Luke Crow in a waistlock and drop kicks him in the back, pushes him forward, runs in and drops Crow's head onto his knee. Nice move, nice execution there from Luke Loins, grabbing Crow's leg. Leg DDT. You know, Luke Loins pulling out all the stops here. Crow had a really strong start, but Luke Loins is starting to drag it back, and I spoke too soon because Crow has just reversed the Irish whip, punched Luke Loins in the corner, and now moving him up to the top rope. Oh, Luke Loins kicked him back. What does Luke Loins got planned? Jumping clothesline and takes the head right off of Crow. He folded. Luke Loins going for the cover. Could this be over? That's 1. That's 2, and a kick out on 2 again by Crow. Very resilient to everything you throw at him. Luke Loins just a punch to the elbow there. Stand on the attack. Side headlock. Come on, Luke Loins. You just got to stay on the attack. That's all you got to do. Give him no breathing space. Bounces Crow off the rope. Power slam. Signature Luke Loins maneuver. The fans go crazy. Luke Loins for the cover. That's 1. That's 2, and a kick out on 2 again by Crow. It's just not enough to keep him down. Luke Loins kicks him in the stomach and then drop kicks him right in between the eyes. Beautiful combination of attacks there from Luke Loins. If we see more stuff like that, I got a feeling Luke Loins could beat Crow. Throws Crow into the corner, just heavy fist to the back there. Turns him around, shoulder thrust there from Luke Loins. I don't know what he's got planned, but he's going up top to the second rope. 1, 2, the fans chanting. 3, 4, going for the 10 punch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Crow blocks it and just throws Luke Loins off. He wasn't going to let him get the 10 punch in. Crow picking Loins up to his feet, side headlock. What's he going to nail? Oh, vicious uppercut there. You know, Luke Loins reeled away from that punch, and Crow with a Russian leg sweep jump-in style, planting Luke Loins into the mat. And now Crow positioning himself behind Luke Loins. Oh, no, he's putting him up into his signature maneuver. Spin out side slam, and he nails it. He nails it on Luke Loins, gets the leg hooked. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Luke Loins kicks out. The fans go wild. 2.9, and Luke Loins kicks out, but Crow stays on the attack. No emotion, no care that Luke Loins kicked out. Instead, Crow just stays on the attack as he bounces Luke Loins off the rope, grabs him, lifts him into that Manhattan drop. Luke Loins collapses to the mat, holding his crown jewels. And Crow just lines up an elbow right into the chest of Luke Loins to knock the air right out of him. Crow picking Luke Loins up, turns him around into a neck breaker, sits down and drops him with visceral connection. Now going for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Now again, Luke Loins kicks out. Luke Loins getting to his feet. What the hell? Tail him back. What did that covering down? Tail him back on Crow. The fans are on their feet. The cover, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. What the hell? No. Crow kicked out of to hell and back. I do not believe it. Luke Loins stand on the attack with a clothesline and another clothesline. Crow runs at him and turns into a neck breaker. I don't think the fans can believe it. You know, I said Crow is a resilient man, and now he's torning Luke Loins up for a... Oh, no, wait. Loins on the attack. Another clothesline. Another second clothesline. Crow runs in on another neck breaker reversal. My God, this is getting tense. Crow going up to the top rope. Loins just about getting up to his feet. Flight of the Crow, and he hits it. He hits the flight of the Crow, and now Crow torning Luke Loins up for impalement. This could be over. Wait, Luke Loins throws him up, rolls him up. 1, 2, Crow trying to struggle out. 3, Crow just struggled out the last second, but Luke Loins got the pin. Luke Loins got the freaking pin. Ha ha. How does that feel, Tommy T. Thomas? Crow's first match here, you know, he dominated the match. He put on a really good match with Luke Loins, but you can see in the replay, Luke Loins just got a cradle pin out of nowhere, schoolboy style, and caught Crow by surprise. Luke Loins is the #1 contender, and Crow just, oh my God, Crow didn't like that. Just clubbed Luke Loins in the back of the head with, oh, what the hell, the whole party have arrived. Damage and Lord Lore now. All 3 of them just beating down Luke Loins. Lord Lore just said, Damage, go and get a freaking chair. This is disgusting. What the hell? Crow and Lord Lore just beating Luke Loins. Damage has got a chair. This is not looking good. Wait a minute. Junction and Nightmare? What the hell's Nightmare doing here? Nightmare going straight for Crow. Junction just took damage out. Nightmare with a strong right hand. Everyone retreats. He caught Crow in the head. Somehow Junction managed to disarm that chair off his brother Damage. And, I'm not quite sure what to make of that, Junction and Nightmare. Why did they come down together? I can't get my head around that. We got a replay here. Luke Loin celebrating the win. Crow just clotheslined him, punched him in the back of the head. He collapsed to the floor. And then, obviously, Lord Lore and Damage showed up. And all three of them just beat the hell out of Luke Loins for a bit. Lord Lore said, Damage, go get a chair. At the same point of time, Crow just carrying Stump in a mud hole in Luke Loins. Damage gets in the ring with this chair, and just as he's about to use it, look, Nightmare and Junction come down. They save the day. They save Luke Loins. Nightmare shows strong right hands to Crow, punches him out the ring. They leave, and then they retreat. I'm not quite sure where they went. They went through the crowd, but we're back live now. Nightmare and Luke Loins and Junction, sort of almost a stare down here. Nothing's been said. They're just looking at each other, and Nightmare retreats. He leaves the ring. He's gone, still standing, just still staring at each other, and then Nightmare leaves. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Junction's looking at Luke Loins, just saying, like, what the hell's going on? And this leaves a lot of questions. This leaves a lot of questions leading into XWF 25, our landmark show. I don't know what motivations it was. XWA guys attacking Luke Loins, and Junction and Nightmare saved the day. I don't even think Junction knew why Nightmare was there. He didn't look like a man that knew what happened. Either way, tune in next show, guys. I'm looking forward to it.